Ferrari just redefined the future of supercars. V8 engines are making a thunderous comeback. And yes, one of the rarest McLarens in history is hitting the open market. Welcome to Car Pod episode 67, where the past, present, and future of high-performance machines collide. This week, Maranello unleashed its latest masterpiece. Sculpted with precision and purpose, Ferrari's newest stallion blends timeless Italian design with futuristic aggression. We're talking active aero, digital cockpit, and AV12 symphony that sings to the soul of every purist. This isn't just a car, it's a statement. Ferrari is pushing boundaries, yet again, proving that in the age of electrification, emotion still has a role. And in case you're wondering, yes, it's fast. 0 to 60 in under 2.5 seconds fast. More than performance, though, it's a symbol that Ferrari isn't ready to let go of what makes driving magical. Thought V8s were gone for good? Think again. After years of downsizing and hybrid experiments, automakers are finally listening. From muscle car icons to super SUV Versas, the V8 is roaring back. Sometimes electrified, sometimes raw, but always unmistakable. Dodge, Ford, AMG, even boutique brands are reviving the heart-pounding torque and mechanical music that made these engines legends. This isn't just nostalgia, it's a rebellion against bland. Because for drivers who live for thrill, nothing replaces the soul of a V8. Only one '06 McLaren F1s were ever made. Designed by Gordon Murray, powered by a BMW V12, and built for no compromises. This is the holy grail of modern performance. And now, one of them is up for sale. With a price tag north of $20 million, it's not just a car. It's a museum-grade artifact on wheels. What makes it special? It was the first road car to break 240 miles per hour. It has a center driver's seat. And unlike modern hypercars, it's analog, mechanical, and terrifyingly pure. This isn't just a McLaren. It's an invitation to own a piece of driving history. So, Ferrari pushes forward, the V8 roars back, and the McLaren F1 reminds us of what driving used to feel like. The timing is poetic. On one side, Ferrari unveils a futuristic supercar that speaks to tomorrow. On the other, the McLaren F1 quietly reemerges, reminding us what perfection looked like before digital dashboards and drive mode existed. But here's the twist. Both cars, decades apart, tell the same story. Engineering obsession, design purity, and unfiltered emotion behind the wheel. Ferrari might be aiming for the stars, but McLaren already touched greatness with the F1. So which matters more, the evolution or the origin? With hypercar value skyrocketing and legendary models becoming rarer by the day, we're entering a new era of automotive collecting. This isn't just about horsepower anymore. It's about provenance, design philosophy, and cultural value. Cars like the McLaren F1, Bugatti EB110, and even early Teslas are shifting the market. Collectors aren't just gearheads. They're historians, investors, and futurists betting on which machine tells the best story. And Ferrari's newest creation? It's already being watched. Not for its speed, but for the legacy it might create. But even with this V8 resurgence, one thing is clear. The future is still electric. So why are V8s coming back at all? Because emotion sells. And because brands know that the journey to full electrification needs to carry the soul of driving with it. Hybrid V8s, sound-simulated EVs, and synthetic fuels. They're all part of this strange middle ground. It's not just about being green anymore. It's about not losing what we love along the way. And if you thought today's episode was wild, wait until next week. We're digging into the top-secret EV supercar project from Japan that might just flip the table on Ferrari, Rimac, and Tesla. It's lightweight, off-grid capable, and entirely unlike anything we've seen before. CarPod 68 is going to be explosive. This is more than horsepower. This is legacy, emotion, and revolution on 4 wheels. Thanks for riding with us. There's something primal about cars, especially the kind we talk about today. It's not just speed, it's identity. The growl of a V8, the precise line of Ferrari fender, the rarity of McLaren F1, they speak to something deeper. In an era where everything is becoming digital, cars like these anchor us to something real. You feel in your chest when a V8 ignites. You hold your breath when a McLaren F1 shifts into gear. It's why people spend millions, not just for performance, but for the feeling, the romance of the road, the heritage of engineering, the emotion of motion. What's fascinating is how the engineering mindset has changed. The McLaren F1 was built with surgical simplicity, lightweight materials, minimal electronics, and a focus on the driver. Meanwhile, today's Ferraris use active suspension, digital torque vectoring, AI-assisted controls, engineering wizardry that pushes performance to the edge. But ask any driver, which one gives you more connection? It's not a battle of old versus new. It's a debate of feel versus flawlessness. And that debate is shaping the cars of tomorrow. As we move toward autonomy, many wonder, will the joy of driving survive? Because while AI can control a car, it can't replicate the flutter in your chest when you command one. And as much as the future will be silent, smooth, and smart, somewhere deep down, people still crave the roar, the vibration, the unpredictability. That's why Ferrari still builds fire-breathing machines. That's why collectors still chase the McLaren F1. That's why V8s refuse to die. What separates a car from an icon? It's not just stats. It's not even price. It's presence, the way a machine makes people stop, stare, feel. The McLaren F1 didn't have active suspension or dual clutches. It didn't need them. Its charm was in its honesty. Carbon fiber, a BMW Source V12, and a center seat that made you the undisputed king of your cockpit. Ferrari's latest? It's wild. It's technical. It's aggressive. But is it unforgettable? Time will decide. Because legends aren't born from launch events. They're carved in memory, by sound, by silhouette, by soul. Most people see the glamour, but behind every Ferrari is grit. Take the new model, for instance. What looks like sculpted beauty is a result of thousands of hours of wind tunnel testing, CFD simulation, and material experimentation. The exhaust note? Tuned like an orchestra. Not just for performance, but to stir emotion. Even the driving dynamics, adaptive dampers, variable torque splits, are designed to make you feel like a hero without making mistakes fatal. Ferrari's magic isn't just what you see, it's what you never notice until it saves you at 180 miles per hour. Ferrari's future, McLaren's past, the V8's resistance to extinction. This isn't just a conversation about cars. It's a reflection of who we are and what we refuse to lose. Because machines don't have hearts, but they beat in sync with ours when they're built right. And when you find that car, the one that makes your palms sweat and your soul scream, nothing else matters. Every great drive becomes a memory. Every great car becomes a part of you. It's not about getting from A to B. It's about what happens to you between those letters. And maybe that's why we care so much. Not just about Ferraris, not just about McLarens, but about what they say about us when the road is empty and the engine's alive. Let's pivot from headlines to heartbeats. Every week, we spotlight 3 cars that deserve your attention. Not for hype, but for character. And this week's Garage Picks? They all challenge the rules in their own way. Number 1, 1969, Dodge Charger 426 Hemi. This isn't a car. It's a thunderstorm on 4 wheels. Raw, loud, unapologetic. The Hemi didn't just dominate. It defined an era of American muscle. Number 2, Zenvo Aurora Tour. From Denmark comes a hypercar no one saw coming. Quad-turbo V12 hybrid. Over 1,800 horsepower and handcrafted panels that scream Scandinavian aggression. It's quiet on the streets but violent on the track. Number 3, Lucid Air Sapphire. Looks like a luxury EV, but under the skin, a triple motor assassin. 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. Whisper silent, but it'll outrun almost anything. Proof that the EV future doesn't have to be boring. Now, for those of you who like to dig deeper, let's go off the record. Our sources inside Stuttgart confirm something wild. AMG is testing a new biofuel V8 hybrid using synthetic fuel developed in partnership with Porsche. Why? To extend the life of combustion engines, legally. Meanwhile, McLaren is quietly working on a successor to the F1, codenamed Project LM. Early data shows it'll feature a center seat, naturally aspirated V10, and weigh less than 1,200 kilograms. You didn't hear it from us. And Ferrari? Rumor has it they're developing an EV that uses active scent diffusers to simulate the smell of burning oil and leather. That's right, emotion bottled. When we look at cars, we're not just looking at metal and motors. We're looking at reflections of desire, power, rebellion, freedom. The McLaren F1 teaches us about limits and how to break them. Ferrari shows us that legacy doesn't mean standing still. And the V8s roaring back, they remind us to stay loud in a world that wants us silent. Every machine tells a story. Every drive writes one of our own. Next week on Car Pod, we enter a different kind of garage. We're talking legendary home-built supercars, underground tuners, and forgotten prototypes from Japan's bubble era that never hit production. Some of them make Ferraris look tame. And others? Well, they might just be the next million-dollar unicorns. At the end of the day, it's not just about the cars. It's about what they awaken in us. The way a V8 rumble echoes in your chest. The way a Ferrari curve stops you mid-step. The way a McLaren F1, 30 years old, still silences a room. In a world speeding towards silence, autonomy, and digital sameness, these machines remind us that emotion, craft, and rebellion still have a place. So, whether you're a collector, a dreamer, or just someone who turns their head when a loud engine flies by, know this: the car isn't dying. It's just evolving. And somewhere out there, a new story is waiting to be written. One downshift, one burnout, one dream at a time. Thanks for riding with us on Car Pod 67. Until next time, keep your wheels turning and your passion louder than ever